Well, Tommy, finally here, fight week. I mean, it's a fight that seems to have been a long time in the making, but we finally get it.
Yep, we're here now. Sunday night, we go to work, and I'm in the best condition of my life, arguably, and I'm just ready to go.
Sure. I mean, listen, let's talk a little bit about the pressure going into this one. You know, a lot of people feel that there's more pressure on you than him going into it, with you being, you know, the boxer and him being the YouTuber crossover into the boxing world. So do you feel that pressure?
I don't feel any pressure. I mean, at the end of the day, when your last name's Fury and, you know, Tyson's been the heavyweight champion and you're in the same field as him, everybody's constantly comparing you. You know, oh, is he as good as his brother? Oh, his brother did this, his brother did that. His brother was here at 23, he's here at 23. You know, there's always pressure on all of my fights, you know, so pressure, I don't feel it, honestly. You know, I'm here and I'm feeling relaxed, confident, I'm just ready to go.
I mean, Tyson's been quite vocal, and your dad John's been vocal about if you don't get victory here, that you can stay in Saudi Arabia, etc. Have they been helping you out at all in training camp? Who's been working with you in training? Has Tyson had any involvement?
Yeah, everyone's been helping, you know. Tyson's been on the phone, he's been in the gym. My dad's obviously my head trainer. You know, everybody's been doing an amazing job, and we're fully ready. You know, you're going to see a different version of Tommy Fury. I feel like the public have only seen 5 and 10% of me on TV, and you're going to see the best package that I'm going to bring. You know, really silky skills, you know, and a clinical knockout. You know, that's what's going to be displayed. I
mean, Jake Paul's a guy that likes to get inside his opponent's heads. You know, he gets very vocal and sometimes very personal, and he's done that with you, Molly May, and your new baby as well. I mean, has that motivated you anymore? Has that made you want to win anymore? I mean, how's it made you feel?
It's not made me feel anything. You know, he can say what he wants because that's his game. Talking is his game. Fighting is mine. And on Sunday night, it's not about who can talk the best. It's about who can fight the best.
And what do you make of him as a fighter? I mean, we go back now a few years. He was doing white collar boxing. He's moved on, but he's never really boxed a boxer. I mean, what do you make of his boxing skills?
He's absolutely rubbish. He can't fight. You know, I've been in boxing all my life. You know, around people, even whether it's outside the gym, inside the gym, under the lights. He can't fight. You know, you've been in boxing all your life. You know what's going to happen on Sunday night. Yeah,
I mean, have you seen anything in previous fights that he's got? You could go, right, we got to be careful of that. We got to be wary of this. Nothing at all that he brings bothers you at all.
Listen, Jake Paul is what he is, isn't he? He's a white collar boxer. That's what he is. You know, that is what he is. But on Sunday night, he's going to be in there with somebody who wants to take his head clean off with every shot. And he's going to be dealing with everything. You know, everything that comes with a boxer. And when you've not dealt with that before, it's a big jump.
I mean, Tommy, if the worst happened and somehow he did manage to beat you, would that effectively end your boxing career? Because I know you guys have been quite vocal about it and saying, listen, it's a must-win fight for me. But is that the reality of it?
This guy does not beat Tommy Fury. There's no way in hell. He will be knocked out very early. And all this talk, all this about this event, you know, this is what it is. It's a hyped-up event. You know, if this fight was on the undercard of Tyson or something like that, on a Frank Warren show in London, nobody would be talking this way. Everyone would be saying, oh, Tommy will knock him out in a round. And that's the truth of it. You know, you strip this fight down with all the glitz, all the glamour, take the cameras away, and just look at him for what he is. This guy does not stand a chance.
I mean, you touched on it there. This fight is actually huge, isn't it? Like, the eyeballs that are going to be on it, you know, talkSPORT are covering it as well. The numbers are going to be huge. I mean, does that add any pressure to you on that? Or are you the type of guy that feeds off that pressure?
There's no pressure at all because, you know, I don't know why it's suddenly been like, oh, there's big pressure in this fight. Like, I'm used to it. You know, I'm used to the cameras. I'm used to, like, you know, the glitz and the glamour life. You know, I've had it for, like, the past 4 years every single day. Every fight of mine's been highly, like, publicised. You know, it's always been good crowds. You know, I'm used to it. You know, this big stage was made for me. You know, as a boxer, as a legitimate boxer, we dream of having nights like this. I'm 23 years old. I'm headlining my own show in Saudi Arabia. I was meant for this.
Is it fair to say that this training camp, you've sort of like maybe taken it more seriously than previous fights? You know, because you've always had a lot of things going on in your life. You know, you was in Love Island and the influencer stuff and Molly May, etc. Have you really focused on this fight? Do you feel that this training camp has been the best training camp you've ever had?
This training camp has been the best. You know, and like I said before, I'm in the best condition of my life. We've had amazing sparring for this fight. I've sparred 150 rounds for an 8-round fight. You know, I'm fully ready to go in there and do a job. You know, I've been messing with people in the gym. You know, British champions, Commonwealth champions, whatever you want. Top amateurs. You know, I'm ready for this guy. You know, this guy, he won't get out of 4 rounds.
I mean, you're 8-0 now, 4 KOs.
Yep.
And the WBC are involved in this one, and you're going to actually get a WBC ranking. Is it a top 40 ranking? The winner gets a top 40 ranking or something? I mean, how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on that side of things. I've not really looked into that side of stuff, to be honest, because, you know, my job is to beat Jake Paul. I'm not worried about what the WBC, you know, are going to do and how they're going to rank people and whatnot. I'm not really interested. So I haven't really looked into it.
So you just focus on what's going to happen on Sunday night. Look, listen, just staying with the WBC at the moment, Conor Benn, they've just cleared Conor Benn and allowed him to enter back into these rankings. What do you make of that decision?
I can't really speak on, you know, Conor Benn and what's happened because I don't know enough about the situation. You know, I've never been a guy to talk about, you know, others' situations where I don't know enough on it. So I don't know. I'm not sure.
And now let's get back to your fight Sunday night. Let's have a prediction. Who wins the fight? How do you win the fight?
You know who wins the fight. And Tommy TNT Fury wins the fight. 9-0, here we come. Like I said, it'll be very, very, you know, lucky for him if he escapes the 4th round. Don't be surprised if it goes in 1 or 2. Whenever I hit this guy, it'll be over.